Hello everyone and welcome back to the SJ Beginner Full Clear Silvers Part 2, the series. Not really series, it's 2 videos, but yapping over silver completion footage. I did not remember to mute my mic for this one, so we're going to be listening to some keyboard clacks. Luckily I don't think I say anything, so we shouldn't have 2 voices interrupting each other. But anyway, this is the squeeze. Remember when I said Corsacan City was probably the most forgettable SJ map? I was wrong. I think it's this one. I mean, it's fun, but like, I think Collapsing Skyline takes over this one in my head. But I mean, it's fun. I like it more than Collapsing Skyline for sure. It's just a map about fitting into pixel perfect gaps. Which is not the only time we'll see a map like this. Not really much to talk about in gameplay, except for this screen. This berry, if you rewind the footage there, you'll notice that I only do 2 climb jumps, but my stamina gets completely depleted. That's like a weird thing about that berry. Me almost dying right there. That's like the only unique thing about this, I think. I mean, the gameplay is just like what you're seeing here, and by the way, it's over already. So yeah, not the most notable map, but like, it's good for the intro, because I don't have to like get into talking about it immediately. And this next one, switch to Vista. We're getting into just straight bangers after that one, I think. Let me look. Yeah. Well, debatable, but at least banger silver experiences for me. Switch to Vista. This map was funny. I tried to attempt these silvers the first time. The first time I tried this one, I kind of hated it because I was just playing badly, and I was like, oh, a lot of this map is just waiting for slow cutscenes and clear pipes. But yeah, this map's fine. Like, it's cool. I mean, it has really cool decoration. It's a really cool deco style. And I mean, clear pipes are always fun, despite my initial thoughts on it. One thing about this map that also kind of frustrated me, at least like the first time going around and learning this map, is the berries are like super missable for me for some reason. I don't really know why, because, well, I mean, the 5th one, the last one, I think is pretty hidden and in a spot that's like easy to miss. But I don't know, the first time I tried silvering this map, I was just like off. I don't know, but like I tried it again like a couple days later, and I got this in like 2 tries. So it's fine. We all have our unlucky moments, and this map just happened to tank all of them for me. But yeah, besides that, nothing else really notable about it. I mean, the gameplay is just what you're seeing. There's nothing really to describe, especially for a beginner. If you're not like doing a specific gimmick, like with seeing is believing, or like with like Loopy Lagoon or something like that. But I mean, it's It's zucchinis, the complex switch blocks paired with clear pipes, and two fun mechanics together, plus cool decoration makes a good map. Who would have known? Who would have known? I do think that, like, I was way too harsh on this map when I initially was learning it, but like it's also a pretty long silver. I think it's like 5 minutes or something. So, and like I think it can be a little slow at times, but I mean it's still enjoyable to silver. I mean, I'm not complaining about this map really at all. It's just like very minor things that are kind of amplified when you're going for the silver. But this is still like at worst like a B tier map. I think it does everything that it wanted to, and for that it's pretty good. I don't know. Not my favorite map or anything, but like a map not being your favorite. This very location is the one I was talking about, being the pretty hidden one, by the way. But yeah, this map, it's like not my favorite in Strawberry Jam, but not being your favorite in Strawberry Jam is not at all a slight on your map making abilities, because this map, when not my favorite map in Strawberry Jam, is still like an 8 out of 10, so you still did really, really good. But yeah, not much else to say. This silver still has quite a bit of time to go, actually. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to say. I'll probably have more to say about the maps coming up. I think all of the next maps, I at least have like something notable to talk about, or some story with some history with it or something. But with this, I got nothing, and I'm just gonna like stall for time and say basically nothing at all for the next like 20 seconds or so, and then I'll collect the heart, and then this map will be over. Yeah, this next map is actually one of my favorites in the beginner lobby. It's Tree Hive. It has these really cool like honey dream blocks that they're slow, but you can like bounce off of objects, and they're used with switch blocks to make like a cool like kind of puzzly map. Like you actually have to use your brain a little bit for this one, but it is still beginners, and it's not like a pure puzzle map, so it doesn't like it's no Gift to the Stars or anything. Even though, like I've said, I do like that map now. But yeah, this map is just really cool. I really like the decoration as well. Like being in like a beehive, and then like when you're up out of the hive, like in this berry section, it's like a cool like forest, like rainy forest, like misty woods kind of vibe, and I really like that. I did do this first try, but I definitely needed like a little more practice than I normally would, because like some of the things you have to do in this map are like, the dashes are like a little bit weird, and not in a bad way. It's just because it's like a puzzle map, so you actually have to like think a little bit. So I can't just completely rely on my intuition for for this map. That's why you see me like pause and think for some of the actions you have to do in this map. But I mean, other than that, it's a like I forget that you have to do that in order to reach it, and I forget that you have to like do the stuff with the traffic blocks to actually make progress. But yeah, this video is actually going to be kind of a challenge to record, perhaps, because like all of these silvers are at least like 3 minutes long. I don't really have any short ones because I did basically all the short ones last video. Because I was like planning what to play because I wanted like both of these videos to be like about the same length. So I tried to like balance it a little bit so that like I could do like some short and some long maps, but all of these maps ended up being kind of long. Like with this I mean, it's still like a 3-minute silver, right? And like with what I think is the next one, yeah, this next one I thought would be a short one, but it's actually pretty long. It's Troposphere. So it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to like keep things interesting, but I mean, that's how you get better, right? That's how you get better at being someone that does commentary over things. You have to keep things moving along, or else, God forbid, the viewers get bored. But anyway, Troposphere. This map is really, it's really simple, but I really like it still. It's Dream Blocks plus Battlein, and you do a bunch of like dream jumps, and like it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like a Hypnagogia Junior, Hypnagogia from Expert, except without like any of the tech. It's just navigating dream blocks and stuff, but dream blocks are goated. They're like everyone's favorite mechanic, mine included, and they're just really fun. So this map is good, and it has like one of my favorite songs from the beginner lobby. I remember listening to the soundtrack for this, like the whole soundtrack for the beginner lobby, and like I recognized most of the songs, like, oh, this is from this map. But then when this came on, when the song for this came on, I was like, damn, this bangs. What map is this? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's this map that I don't really remember at all. But I mean, it's a great song. I really like it. And this berry's cool too. It's like you kind of backtrack through the level and like go on top of it to get the berry. It's kind of like a cool puzzle. And then it places you at kind of a weird spot, because I guess they really didn't want you skipping a room to collect a berry. And I guess they also didn't want you to repeat the room. Also, the only map that I know of where you actually, this silver collect trigger is before you hit the actual heart. Well, that's pretty interesting. You can get it's one of the few maps in this collab that you can get like a silver berry and still die. You can get a silver berry and not do it deathless. So this next, we have potential for anything. Now you may notice that I did not collect the silver, and then this is me realizing that I don't have the silver right now. So I restart. So that's funny. So technically this is not like a first try, but I also never die, which is kind of funny. This map based on VVV, I think it's 6 of them. A platformer about like changing your gravity, like you don't have a jump and instead you change gravity. It's very cool. It's pretty old. It's like one of the, it's like an OG indie game, but I've played it. I don't actually think I beat it. There's a video I edited for it on this channel, but I don't remember. I don't think I ever beat it, which is kind of funny. Maybe I should. Not necessarily for content, just to like beat it. But like this room is an homage to a collectible room in the original game, where it's like you fall through a bunch of spikes and it's like really hard for where it is in the game, and like it just has like little nods, and I'm pretty sure like a lot of this map just like rips rooms straight from the original game. Like a room that's coming up, I know for sure is from the original game, with a bunch of these like gravity changing fields. And something notable is this berry entrance right here is like really tight. Like I'm surprised I never died there, honestly. But yeah, it's just like really tight for some reason. Like I had to actually use like a visual cue for it, which is not something that you really expect to do in beginner, but I mean that's just how the FC's silver experience is, I guess. And this is the room I was talking about that's like ripped, and this room too actually is ripped like straight from the game. But yeah, it's a really cool homage to VVV, and it's a nice little map. I really like it. Like this section is about screen wrapping, and then after this section is done, the final room is like basically a combination of everything that you've done so far. And it's just like a nice map. It's like good game progression. In the original game, I think it's like you're like an alien, and like your ship crash lands somewhere, and then all of your crewmates are in like different parts of like the planet that you've crash landed on, and then all the different sections of gameplay are to save one of your crewmates, and then like the object of the game is to save all of them and then like go back home, I think. And that's why it's very like section based gameplay. So we're in final. At this point you unlock all 3, and then you go down here, and then you get like a final room of everything that every mechanic that you've experienced so far. This one's a fun silver. It's one of the harder ones, I think, just because it's pretty long, and also like there's shit like the super precise berry. But there are also some like kind of hard timings, we get to experience me failing to do a hard ultra upside down for like a 30 seconds or something. Maybe it's like a full minute, man. Like, come on. Me just whiffing the heart. Dude. This is embarrassing to watch back. Okay. Yeah. Good map. And this next map is probably my second favorite. Nice death there. It's probably my second favorite beginner lobby map. Soap. It's like semi, not even really, but kind of dashless gameplay with like springs and bubbles and stuff that don't like give you back your dash. And a lot of the map is about like conserving your dash so that you can use it later, and so like you can time stuff. And I actually have some history with this one. When I first was getting the beginner rainbow, I tried to FC this map because I really like it, and at the time it was my favorite. Now you know that Strawberry Orchard is my favorite one, but this is, you know what? No, this is my third favorite actually. There's one coming up that everyone loves. It's like universally beloved. That is my second favorite. But yeah, this one's solid too. Shout out to that dash. You don't have to do that. I just wanted to because it's cool. There's a falling block that pushes you through the one way. It pushes you through the jump through, so that you don't have to do that dash, but I like doing it anyway. But anyway, I originally tried to FC this map when going for the silver the first time, but I was much worse at the game. I don't know if I had even finished expert when I tried to do this for the first time, and I just could not do it. I got really frustrated, and it was really demoralizing to not be able to FC silver this map. And I think it's one of the reasons why I haven't really goldened that many maps besides like Strawberry Jam. It's just like I'm just afraid of that experience of not getting something that you think you deserve, or that you think you should be able to get pretty easily. But now I'm really, really hyped to do more Deathless Challenge. I think I do really like my idea of going for doing like a Remblobfish weekly golden or like monthly golden roundup. I think that's a really cool idea, and especially because I'm going to want to do a lot of goldens to train for what I want to do in this game this year. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last video, but in case I didn't, one of my golden goals for this year is 400 SJ berries, and right now I have 388, and that's with all of the rainbow berries up to expert, plus beginner Heartside golden and intermediate Heartside golden. I've not done Mango Mesa golden yet, but that's on the list. I definitely talked about this actually. But yeah, Mango Mesa is gonna be a challenge, and I'm gonna have to work up to it. And after that, I'm gonna probably have to do like the Grandmaster maps that are really hard. and I'm gonna have to do, and for 400 I'm gonna want to do the Solar Express. So we're gonna get pretty hard, and then eventually this is not gonna happen this year. It might not even happen next year, even if I did actively try to go for it. But I do want to get SJ Max % at some point. Because it's just something that seems really cool, and I really want to do it. And if I get 400, then I only need 10 more, right? So how hard could it be? But yeah, I've been really looking at the modded Golden website a lot recently to like try to see what maps I could do to build up to it, and I've got like a pretty solid idea of at least some of the maps that I want to do. So has a very strong possibility of happening, the Remblob monthly Golden Roundup series, especially in the summer when I actually have free time. It'll be really fun to try to do it. Then I do want to make a video like this for the intermediate rainbow. That might take a while longer, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I really have been enjoying goldening, doing this like beginner silver replay, and especially with the full clears, it kind of makes me want to do some actually hard full clear silvers. Like my pipe dream is that for 400 I actually go for Solar Express FC Golden, which is, I'm pretty sure the Solar Express is tier, I want to say it's tier, shit, I want to say it's tier 8. No, I think it's like tier 10. But anyways, the FC is like a few tiers above that, so we'll see. I do have like kind of a plan of what I'd want to do, but yeah, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. I think it would be really cool to do Solar Express FCG, but we'll see how hard it actually is when I get there. But anyway, to talk about the map that I'm playing right now. Paint, my second favorite beginner map. The most beloved SJ map, probably. It's probably the most beloved SJ map in general, because it's beginner. Even though there are maps that I like better, they're like all expert and grandmasters, so like people don't really get there very often. But yeah, I really like Paint. I honestly wish that this footage went on longer so that I could actually talk about it in depth, but I mean, the music, the story, the decoration, like the decoration feels like you're actually walking through like a lived-in place with all the like cute cat creature things, and like the custom like mechanics, like these paintball shooters and like the paintbrush lasers. They look really good, and the sound effects are really good. I really like the sound effects, and the story is just so charming. and so relatable about like having to push yourself through a project that you're kind of burnt out on, and how you can overcome that, and like how like taking a break can like really recharge you and everything. Like I played this, like I'm currently trying to beat Darkmoon Ruins. I'll probably beat it pretty soon, but there was a room that I was just like super mind blocking on, and I was tired and I was like, ugh. But then like for a break I played this map, and afterwards I was like, damn, I feel so much better, and I cleared the room pretty fast after that. So it's just like great vibes all around. One of my favorite Strawberry Jam songs in general. The best story of any map in Strawberry Jam. And it's just like this map, this is the only like map that I can say has like helped me in real life a little bit. Like I just, it's just so good. I just love this map. And initially I didn't even really like it that much because I had high expectations for one, and for two, I'm more of a gameplay guy than like a deco guy. But like upon replaying it, I'm like, I was smoking crack and weed simultaneously. This map's awesome. Like it's to the point where in doing this silver run, I almost wanted to like show all the cutscenes, but I ended up not. Oh boy. Dropsel. So if you don't know what Dropsel is, it's a puzzle map where you try to manipulate Kevin's and like switch blocks into into getting pixel perfect gaps. As you can see, I'm not really doing that. This is actually another map that I have history with. I did try to do the silver like this initially, where I use setups and stuff to not have to do all the puzzles and stuff, because I think the puzzles are okay. The puzzles are well made, and like there's a hint system in it. Like it's a pretty good puzzle map, but like it's kind of a boring silver if you do it like that. So I just wanted to try and just do it without any setups. Or with setups, but not like the intended setups. And it resulted in this map. And this is a lot harder. Doing the silver this way is definitely a lot harder, but I think it's a lot more fun, and I think it's very satisfying. Shout out to Death Control, and I forget the other guy's name, but there's a guy that beat this map blindfolded, and I used their setups to be able to do the silver. Thanks to them, I don't have to figure them out on my own. It is kind of insane that like a lot of these maps aren't just like line yourself up with a pixel and dash into the gap. Like a lot of these actually have setups, like with this wall jump, this wall bounce right here, and like it's just a really fun time. Like I don't know how long this would take normally, but you would not normally be in this is final at under 3 minutes. especially with a full clear, but because I did it this way, I was able to do it in under 3 minutes. Like that, dude. I really like Dropsel. I really like doing the silver like this. And now we are at the Heartside, so we can just yap for a long time, really. There's not really that much to say about the Heartside in particular. I mean, it's many people's first introduction to how they do Heartsides in Strawberry Jam versus how they do Heartsides in Spring Collab. Because Heartsides in Spring Collab were very long flags with multiple sections that represent each of the maps. But in this one, there's one flag for each map. So instead of having to do like a long endurance challenge, like the advanced Heartside and Spring Collab condenses 21 maps into 4 flags, which is kind of ridiculous. So I do kind of have a soft spot for the way the Heartsides are going in Spring Collab, but I can agree that this way is just better. Like, it's more memorable, especially in like the Expert Heartside and the Grandmaster Heartside of this map, of this mod. But yeah, it's just like, oh, it's so good. It's so much better. But anyway, I think that's basically all I wanted to say about this Heartside in particular. So let's just yap more about Dropsel. Like, Dropsel is very, actually, doing it like the way I did it was very satisfying. I really liked doing it. I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend doing it like that, because if you just want the silver, then just get it while solving the puzzles. But if you want to like have fun and you want to like dedicate some of your time to Dropsel, then I actually would recommend doing it the way I did it, because it's just fun. And like, I also really like that it's not just pixel lineups. Like, it's real setups with like buffer dashes and stuff, and I think it's really cool that people found strats like that, because I think they're really fun. Like, a lot of it is just pixel lineups, but I don't know, especially in the room. I think it's room 3, where you do like an upright into a down dash into a down left, and then into a Kevin, and then while that Kevin is moving, you hold down and just buffer. You just buffer a neutral, and then it just works. Like, I think strats like that are really cool, and I also wanted to show them off. And also, I want to complain about it was really fun, and getting it was really satisfying, but it was also really frustrating, because especially the one with the berry room, the second and third berry room, the one where I just wall jumped through the pixel gap, that one is actually a lot more precise than it seems, because you have to do the wall jump in the wall bounce in a really specific way, and it just kind of sucked. once I figured out how to actually do it, it was fine, but like it's something that just watching a video you wouldn't really get. So that was a little frustrating. But yeah, Dropsill Silver, really fun. I don't think it's my favorite, but it's probably one of my favorite silvers in the whole hobby. I think my favorite one is the one I did at Strawberry Orchard, because it was just so silly. But yeah, I really like that silver, honestly. It makes me feel really cool. What else? It's kind of hard because like I kind of just like talked about stuff. I talked about like the overall stuff over the maps that I actually had things to say about, like Paint and Dropsill, when I should have probably just saved it for this, but you know what? I know next time if I have a long golden to show off, then that's the time to talk about like overall Celeste stuff. I already kind of talked about my goals. I've been doing re-clears of the Grandmaster maps, just to see like how a potential silver run would be. And I rebeat the Solar Express. I rebeat Flipside Cliffside. I rebeat Fractured Iridescence. I rebeat Kevin Tech Spam. Cave of the Crimson Sky. I rebeat. I think that's all. And I'm currently going through Drifting Deep right now. And that's been really fun, actually. Even maps that, like, I was kind of not really that excited to replay, I've been having fun. Because, like, Drifting Deep, I remember being, like, an exhausting experience that was, like, just, like, really long rooms that like took a long time to get through, and like it was just kind of exhausting. Now that I'm better, I've been having a lot of fun with it, and like I think I have like an hour of playtime in the map and I'm already like halfway through. So it's a nice skill improvement check, and also a nice way to like revisit the map, because I also do want to silver that, especially if I'm gonna do Solar Express FCS. I'm gonna need to do something like Drifting Deep to practice for that, and do like longer endurance goldens too. It's like I have a rough idea of stuff that I want to do. Like I want to do like all of the green Grandmaster maps. I want to do all of the yellow Grandmaster maps. And I want to do something like, I probably want to do like World Abyss. And then Solar Express FCS. And I think that's the rest of the goldens that I need to get 400. And then Mango Mesa, obviously. So I already talked about wanting to do Glyph. But another thing is also, especially if I want to do Solar Express FCS, there's also Lantern. I think Lantern would be a cool golden. And Lantern is also something no one's done yet. No one's done a full golden of Lantern yet. So if I were to be like the world's first, I think that would be cool. There's also like segment silvers in that map too, and which are, I think they're both tier 7, which is I think that's like tier 4 in the old list. So like it's pretty up there. It's like Mango Mesa level, I think. And then I want to do Farewell Golden at some point. I want to do... There's also like Strawberry and Pumpkin Pie FC Goldens. Because I think I also talked about this last time, but with these silver runs that I've been doing, I don't really get experience with like long endurance goldens, so I do want to do something like that. And I think having long golden experience will, even though it's easier gameplay than something like the Solar Express, I think I'll be able to have better nerve control when it comes to like hard maps like Solar Express. I also think that it's just good experience as well, like just experience and consistency. And you know what, this is good foresight for me, because I'm not really close to done talking, but I recorded the entire credit sequence, so we have a little bit more time to yap. But yeah, the problem is, like, I've looked, like, I think the Solar Express regular is like tier 9 or tier 8, and then FC is tier 13. So it's a pretty big jump. And so I want to do things like Drifting Deep, which I think Drifting Deep is tier 8. Which, that's going to be hard. I think I also want to do maybe do some Grandmaster FCSs as well. Grandmaster Full Clear Silvers. Like, nothing crazy, but like even something like Flipside Cliffside. That's a hard one actually, because of that one berry, but if I do something like that, then that'll really help. But the problem is, like, in between tier 8 and tier 13, there's not really any goldens that I'm interested in doing. So that's kind of fun. There is like another Farewell Map B-side, which I think is tier 10. But other than that, either they're all maps I've never heard of, or maps that I would not want to do, like Run for Freedom. And like the entire beginner lobby of Strawberry Jam Deathless. Like, I don't really want to do that. So we'll have to see. Maybe this is just something where I do like a huge jump, but I don't know. But anyway, I could talk more, but I've got most of my main points out. I'm really excited about goldening more, and I hope that you are too. With that, I hope that you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening, I've been Rumvlob, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.